Hello and welcome to Biker Stories with Bike and Biker. Today we're talking to Zohair Ahmed. We also have Areeb and Rakesh from our team. Zohair is a very well-known motor vlogger from Hyderabad. A lot of you would know him already. One of the first few people to start motor vlogging in India. Known for his wheelies on superbikes and also known as quite a good mechanic, is what I hear. We'll talk more about all of that. He's one of the few people who has a lot of experience of working on his motorcycle and probably one of the poster boys for the DIY scene in India.
Yeah.
So, Zohair, welcome to Biker Stories. Thank you so much for spending this time with us. Um,
Uh, it's an honor. It's an honor. Hello, everybody.
As well.
so Zohair, what's been keeping you busy with the lockdown at these during the lockdown? What have you been busy with?
To be honest, bhai, if said in a Hyderabadi way, my so ke thak gaya. I've gotten tired sleeping, quite honestly. It's just my Xbox and bike pe, so there's nothing really you can do much because, the bikes, the service is done, everything. So just Xbox and sleep. That's all. That's all I've been doing.
And just for all the Xbox fans, what are you playing on the Xbox?
Call of Duty Warzone and Red Dead Redemption 2. Two
Oh.
of my favorite games.
Okay.
I think a lot of people, I personally know you from quite some time. I think it's more than 4 years that we have been friends. But for the people who are watching this, so where did this motorcycle journey for you started? Where it all began for you?
The love of biking, 2012. I had just finished my 12th, and after 12th, initially I had a plan to go for a scooty. So a lot of people don't know this, but I was of the thinking कि बाइक अगर गियर के साथ चला रहे तो उसका कोई पॉइंट ही नहीं. बाइक होती ट्रैफिक के बीच में आराम से जाने के लिए. So back then I wanted a Mahindra Rodeo. That's what I wanted because it had a 12-volt socket and all that. But surprisingly, once I was done with my 12th examinations, my dad got me a CBR 250. That was my first bike. So there was something called a Honda Wing Club back then for all the 250 owners. That was the first time I ever went for a group ride. I met people and then I realized that biking, it's not just a means of, commuting and transport. It's वो एक अलग ही दुनिया है in itself. So back then is where it all started. The love for biking. मतलब मोटरसाइकिलिंग एक ऐसी चीज है जहाँ पे जर्नी भी इम्पोर्टेंट है, डेस्टिनेशन भी इम्पोर्टेंट है. ऐसा नहीं है कि खाली जर्नी इम्पोर्टेंट है, दोनों चीजें इक्वली इम्पोर्टेंट है, समझ रहे हैं आप. It's been really great the way I have graduated from different classes of bikes because I am an honest believer कि भाई I'll be very honest with everybody. I ride in a very reckless manner is what is shown to people, but to get there कितना एक्सपीरियंस लगता है, कितना रिस्क रहता है, and you keep doing it for a long time and then कि कौन सी चीज कहाँ करना चाहिए ना. ऑब्वियसली यहाँ पे रेस ट्रैक्स एंड ऑल उतना अच्छा वो नहीं है, तो लॉट ऑफ पीपल दे आस्क मी कि आप इतना रफ चलाते, आप ऐसा प्रमोट कर रहे क्या. सो माय मेन द मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट थिंग व्हिच आई वांट टू टेल पीपल इज भाई, just because Salman Khan is jumping off a train does not mean you go and do the same. He's doing it so that you can see it and enjoy it. That's the only, you should just watch it, आप enjoy करो उसको, आप replicate करने की कोशिश मत करो. ये सबसे important message है बच्चों के लिए, the guys who are first into super bikes and all.
So, Zoe bhai, what bike are you riding right now? What is the bikes in your garage?
As of now, I have the Interceptor, which is standing right behind me. That's like my daily driver. I've done quite a lot of mods to it. And the second bike की ना वो एकदम tragic story है. It's like it's the worst thing to happen, like breakup से भी उतना दर्द नहीं होता जितना मेरे को जो Goldwing के साथ हुआ, वो चीज को लेके हो रहा है. So what would you like to hear first? Would you like to have a look at the Interceptor first, or would you like to hear
I think we should
first?
go with the Interceptor, then we'll go to the Saxo.
Because that's a more positive note. So this
There's
bike I
a
had
lot of
gotten
mods on that.
almost lot of mods. Yeah, तो इसकी story ये है कि last year when this was launched, last almost 1.5 years ago, I was in Goa for the media launch and all. And I'll be honest, okay, a lot of people are gonna comment negatively because of this. I used to hate Royal Enfield. I'll be very honest. I kind of never was a bullet rider kind of guy. But when this bike came out, the main thing was British people are known for quite a lot of things, and their twin engine is one of them. You look at the Bonnie, you look at any of the Triumph motorcycles or Nortons. Nortons are also legendary. उनका जो ये air cooled parallel twin configuration hai, that's pretty legendary, and I think this bike has just taken it all the way to the next level in a very very affordable thing. The main thing मेरे को ये लेना था उस वजह से कि भाई I have no tension when riding this bike anywhere. Service backup bindas hai, spares ekdam not skyrocket prices. Obviously there's one or two issues right here and there, but we can manage samjho. So as far now I've done like 16,000 kilometers on the bike. I got it back in May 2019. तो अब तक तो जर्नी जबरदस्त रही है समझो अपनी। और नंबर भी हम 650 लेना चाह रहे थे तो 650 लिए।
So आपने ये 2-in-1 एग्जॉस्ट लगाया है इसमें?
Yeah, it's a 2-in-1 full system by SS Moto. These guys are based off Bombay. And then we have these really slick indicators right here, जिसके अंदर ही brake light integrated है. Let me just show it to you.
Okay.
So the tail lamp is integrated into that, and just a little bit of a gimmicky thing. The indicators, they kind of flow like this.
Okay, so this is like a Harley concept where you don't have a real.
Yeah, a little bit. Because quite frankly, the rear end of the bike, I didn't like that old style of rectangular lamp and all that. So totally I trim out karke. Then I switched to a Continental GT touring seat because it looks really good. The shape of the seat goes really well with the rear of the bike.
I also use that.
Yeah, looks really good. Then the mirrors are from the 2019 Dominar because these are aluminum and look pretty good.
Yeah.
And then there's the master cylinder here, the brake master cylinder. I didn't get this for optimum braking performance. Let me be very clear. I had gotten this because initially I had speakers on the bike, 2 in the front and 2 in the back. So the master cylinder getting in the way of the speaker mount. That's the only reason I got this Brembo.
Okay.
Because braking, I don't feel there is the need to upgrade brakes on this bike. They're pretty decent.
Pretty good. Yeah.
And apart from that, I have a lithium-ion battery in the bike, which I was using on my R1. It's quite a substantial upgrade. That is something I think everyone should switch to because the stock battery of this bike, it's pretty heavy and it's pretty huge. So switching to a lithium, and because it's exactly right here where the center of gravity is, so it does make a lot of difference. And alloys, of course, a lot of people have mixed opinion about the alloys, but honestly, I had gone to change the tires and वहीं पे हमको हमारे बंदे बोले कि भाई इसके alloys आए हुए हैं ना. I am not a big fan of the stock tires. The stock tires are sitting right here on the rims. वो somehow I don't like that mesh look, so I just switched out the alloys.
So, which basically means almost 7 kilos on the exhaust and about another maybe 6-7 kilos on the battery you've reduced. That's quite a bit of reduction.
Easily. Yeah. Quite a bit of difference. And then the headlight and all. See, I'll be honest, most of the stuff, whatever I was getting in over here at the market, I just put it in because this is a new bike. Abhi iske liye a lot of branded manufacturers are still, abhi shuru kar rahe banana. So this I modded it way back. I think as soon as I got the bike, the first thing I did was put a system on it. So, gaadi lete ki the mods began. So slowly I had a bigger horn. I had the Denali sound bomb, which I switched out and put in the stock horn back because it was getting in the way of the header over here. Apart from that, so the stock battery is right here, as you can see.
Yeah.
It's pretty huge.
Yeah, it's heavy. Yeah. तो आपने वो जो बैटरी लगाया है आपका वो Shido है क्या जो lithium?
I was using a Motobat. I got to know about Shido later on, but a good friend of mine in Bangalore only, he told me that he has a Motobat and I should try it out. So Motobat mein liya, and quite frankly, I'm not so happy with the Motobat because the terminals are threaded on that. And the thing with threaded terminals is they can go bad anytime.
Okay.
This is good. I think the next upgrade will be Shido.
Okay. ये because ये जो आपने insight दिया है कि बैटरी चेंज करने से और एग्जॉस्ट चेंज करने से 14 किलो अगर आप घटा सकते हैं, it's fantabulous, right?
It's a huge difference, and because I have been doing Anantapur is 350 kilometers from my place, Hyderabad mein. And up tak I've done at least 4 to 5 non-stop runs of Anantapur on this bike. It's not like the lightweight has made the bike unstable and all. The main reason I stuck with 18-inch wheels is that because a lot of people are switching to 17-inch wheels and all. But see, the manufacturer has put in all those. They have given the bike 18-inch wheels for a reason. So
Correct.
you mod the bike, but don't change the dynamics of the bike.
Absolutely.
If you're switching to 17-inch, then uska speedo ka error, and then the whole dynamics of the bike they change.
Yeah.
So on the highway, it's really stable. And honestly, I've not seen much of a difference in the mileage also. Log aisa bolte कि exhaust लगाने के बाद mileage गिर जाता. I feel it's because once you put the exhaust, you start, unnecessarily. It's not a psychological thing. So
नहीं, वो डिफरेंस भी अगर आएगा तो 1 km का आता है सर भाई, ज्यादा नहीं आता है.
हाँ, एक दो उतना noticeable नहीं रहता.
Noticeable.
Bike on the highway, it's really nice. मतलब मजा आ रहा है इसको चलाने के लिए.
In fact, I completely agree with you. I'm so happy that आपने बहुत sensible modifications किए हैं. And it's the bike, inshallah, it does well, and you keep it for a long time, because I also want to keep this bike for a long time.
Yeah, मेरा plan है, because a lot of places where अभी see my Goldwing, I cannot just wake up one day and be like, I want to do a northeast tour on my Goldwing. Getting the bike transported or riding it all the way there में ही आपकी जान निकल जाती है. Because let's be honest, India के roads, they're still not ready for such big, huge machines. And then you don't have the kind of service backup you need. Because obviously, even if you buy the most amazing bike in the world, at some point, it is a machine. It will give you some trouble. And you need a good spare and, mechanical network for that. अब अपन क्या है, थोड़ा बहुत नॉलेज है, जब स्पॉट पे जुगाड़ कर सकते हैं, मगर हर कोई वो चीज नहीं कर सकता. That's where Enfield, and of course the bike did give me 1 or 2 issues, like the speedo cable, it went bad 2-3 times. Speedo ka needle was all over the place, and then I had to get the wheel bearings changed once because I had a really crazy ride on this bike. I had gone to Bombay during the floods recently, and I had to turn back from Navi Mumbai. So I rode in pretty heavy rain. So what time pe the wheel bearings had to be changed once. But the service guys, they're very, आप उनके पास गए तो immediately आपको they'll give you preference, आपकी गाड़ी पूरी बना के करके. Problem है तो they don't trouble you. They accept that there is a fault and immediately, and अब तक they changed everything in warranty. They never charged me for anything.
See ज़ोहैर भाई, उसमें जो सेंसर है ना, वो फ्रंट व्हील में जो लगा रहता है आपका स्पीडो वाला, वो सेंसर अगर थोड़ा गड़बड़ हो गया तो वो ऐसे ऐसे हिलता, वो उसका नीडल. मेरे गाड़ी में भी हुआ. तो अभी मैंने टायर चेंज कराया and it got corrected because all the pollutants came out and then it was put back and it's working perfectly. मैं आपको एक एडवाइस दूंगा. एक हमारे पास वो मिलता है जिसको वाटरप्रूफ ग्रीस बोलते हैं. तो वो सेंसर के अंदर और आपका वो जो बेरिंग है ना, उस दोनों पे लगाइए तो आप पानी में भी जाएंगे तो इफेक्ट कम आएगा. वो वाटरप्रूफ ग्रीस
of advice, because मैं सबसे important चीज बोलना भूल गया. I have faced issues with my cone set multiple times.
हाँ,
handle एकदम, the handle, the bike wants to go here and there, वो इधर चला, मैं उधर चला, that's not happening. You need a lot of grease.
वो भी सर्विस सेंटर में ओवर टाइटनिंग से होता है. वो ज्यादा टाइट करते हैं ना तो वो लेफ्ट गया तो लेफ्ट ही जाएगा. So that is a problem with some of the folks who we used to have this problem, Arjun, even if you remember in Harleys.
On this street,
in our street 750, we had the same issue. So then we realized there's over tightening of the cone set. अब आप ट्रेजेडी के बारे में कुछ बोल रहे थे. समथिंग आई एम वेरी,
तो आपकी लव स्टोरी हो गई. अब ट्रेजेडी पे जाते हैं.
ट्रेजेडी ये हुई थी, quite frankly, the best bike I have owned till now, like the bike which I fell in love with, was the R1. I had a 2011 model crossplane, blue color, Yamaha blue. It was, मतलब अब तक की मेरी सबसे प्यारी गाड़ी थी वो. And honestly, when I had to sell that bike, it was like, a part of me was being taken away. एकदम उतना दुख हुआ. But then वो ऐसा है, वही 3-3 गाड़ियां भी नहीं रख सकते हम, कहाँ है, जगह नहीं है, और 3-3 बहुत ज्यादा हो जाता, because I'm the only person who rides. I wanted a cruiser since a very long time. I had done a ride with Indian way back 2 साल पहले. So जब से I had a think, I want to buy a cruiser at some point, and the R1 it was pretty scary. Being very honest, I think a lot of your bhai अगर देखे हुए हैं, so the kind of stuff I was doing on that bike, it could totally be turned to a meme. के why men don't live longer, you know. So I was popping wheelies all the way, first gear, second gear, third gear, and it was an amazing bike. But January 26th, okay, Republic Day ke din, I get a call from my friend in Hyderabad. He's a dealer. He tells me, "Bhai, I finally found a gold wing. Apan jaake la lenge." I'm like, "Okay, no problem." When? And he called me at 7 o'clock in the evening, and like Indore. I'm like, "ठीक है, कैसा जाएंगे?" Like, "निकल जाएंगे अपन, अभी आ जाओ तुम, मैं ready हूँ." Like, "How? By road?" "हाँ, by road." मैं बोला, "अभी, हाँ, अभी बैग पैक करो, आओ, मैं ready हूँ." हम लाइक, अरे भाई अभी गाड़ी वो R1 is not gone, हम पूछा अरे चलो पहले ला लेंगे, बात का बात देखेंगे. So the road trip itself was pretty crazy because आप कोई बात नहीं, आप परवाह नहीं, आप चांद पे चले जाओ, लेकिन एमपी के रोडों पे आप बाइक मत चलाओ. That is my honest because MP में there was not one place where we found a good road, being very honest. एकदम टूटा फूटा, and हम लोग गए. I saw the bike and I immediately fell in love. उसको वापस चला के लाने का तो हुआ नहीं. We got it in the transport. Came back to Hyderabad and finally ordered all the parts, everything, सब हो गया. उसकी service सब. February I had some personal commitments, so I thought के चलो मार्च में गाड़ी रेडी करेंगे, समर में जरा अच्छा राइड करके फिर बारिशों में गाड़ी वापस रख देंगे. And quite sadly, the day, like Saturday, my stuff came from US, and Sunday के दिन the whole Bharat Bandh was announced, and Monday से तो complete lockdown. तो हुआ ये था कि the bike, the chassis, engine, मतलब गाड़ी की जो ढांचा है, it's sitting with my mechanic back in a containment zone, and the stuff, उसका जो पूरा सामान जो रैप होके रखा हुआ है, and all the subwoofer, the speakers, some really crazy stuff which I got all the way from US, it's all sitting at my place. And वहां जाके मतलब एकदम मतलब that's a feeling I cannot describe भाई, कि गाड़ी आपकी वहां है, सामान यहाँ है और आप कर कुछ नहीं सकते. There's a really famous song from the movie, मेरे हालात ऐसे हैं कि मैं कुछ कर नहीं सकता. So
in fact, oh, okay.
this is how I live. अभी इसके अंदर भी काफी सामान रखा हुआ है because it was taking up a lot of space. So all the remaining parts and all, this is the boot of the bike. So all the parts are just arranged, the saddlebags, the rear, and here is the stuff which I got from the US.
Wow,
The wiring kits, and then Kuryakin ke handle grips, because moving to cruisers from sports bikes, there is a huge difference.
Yeah.
आप all of a sudden Yoshimura, Akrapovic, ये सब से आप Kuryakin, Chrome, वो सब चीजों पे वो हो जाते हैं.
The first thing that I want to ask is, whenever you buy a bike, say you bought the Interceptor, what are the first things that you do to your bike? Like obviously you do a lot of mods, but ऐसी पहली क्या चीजें जो आप हमेशा करते हैं?
There's a difference. If you're buying a new bike, which honestly मैं ज्यादा लेता नहीं. अब शोरूम की गाड़ी है तो obviously शोरूम की गाड़ी लेके खोलूंगा नहीं मैं. I won't rip it apart. But if it's a used bike, which was the case with 99% of my bikes, the first thing I do, I get it home, I rip it apart. I don't know, वो एक है मेरे को, मेरे घर वाले भी they tell me कि भाई तू पागल है क्या? Why do you rip apart the bike as soon as you get it home? The next thing they know is tank निकली हुई है, ये सब खोल दिया मैं गाड़ी का. So service is very important. In case of a new bike, the first thing you do is make it your own bike. कुछ तो एक ऐसी चीज रहना उसकी जिससे उन्हें अलग दिखना दूसरे गाड़ियों से. That is something which I have शुरू से, अपनी गाड़ी should always be unique. So if it's a new bike, you make it unique. And when you're buying a used bike, the most important thing is, no matter, even if the previous owner tells you कि भाई मैं फूलों के बिस्तर पे रखा गाड़ी, still do not believe him. I'm talking with a lot of experience. Do not believe him. As soon as you buy the bike, आप थोड़े पैसे, for example, if you have a budget of 10 lakhs, you should always keep a 11 lakh आप रख लेना कि भाई 1 lakh I will just keep. And I will service the bike even if it's not, I get a new set of tires. Even if the old tires have life, most of the people, they go by the thread life. But we all know that thread life is not a good indicator. Sometimes लोग कम चलाते हैं तो 2-3 साल 4 साल गाड़ी बस वही टायर पे रहती है, and the tire loses all of its grip.
Yeah.
So tires, brakes, the brake lines, everything has to be checked and changed, because on these high-end bikes there's a lot that could go wrong. Even a simple nut or bolt, if not tightened properly, can lead to a very fatal accident. And we as Indians, we do not, इस पे अपन ज्यादा तवज्जो नहीं देते. अरे देख लेंगे भाई, क्या होता भाई, अरे, you know, that attitude is very wrong. Because in the manual of the bike, if you notice on the first page, he will write it at least 3 to 4 times. Okay, loss of life or serious injury could occur if even the torque specifications are not tightened properly. In the US, you can sue the service center for that.
Yeah.
But यहाँ पे क्या है भाई, and being honest, as long as you know about the bike, it's good. You should always know about your machine. कि आप उसमें आपको क्या क्या चेक करना है, all the fluids, everything. Engine oil तो basic चीज है, it's like the blood. Engine oil blood है आपकी गाड़ी का. तो the more often you purify it, अब purify तो कर नहीं सकते तो change करना पड़ता. तो oil filter is the thing which आप service interval से भी जल्दी change कर लेना.
ब्रिलियंट एडवाइस. इनफैक्ट आपने जो आज बताया है, बहुत कम लोग इस बात को जानते हैं कि बाइक केयर is a little more than, you know, what we assume it to be.
There's a lot of misconceptions. अब देखो तकरीबन लोग का ये पॉलिसी रहता है कि गाड़ी जब तक, अब if there's a one small problem for example, उनका एटीट्यूड ये रहता है कि भाई और जरा चला के फिर करेंगे.
करेक्ट.
तो स्टेट एक के बाद एक प्रॉब्लम्स आने ही लगते हैं, and then that guy will be like, अरे भाई गाड़ी बहुत प्रॉब्लम कर रही है भाई, गाड़ी बहुत सता रही है. बोलता हूँ भाई, once you spend nicely on the bike, you get everything done, it won't trouble you. The valves, you need to check the valves if it's done more than 15-20, because US and European conditions are very different from Indian conditions. अभी US में अगर if those guys are giving you 10,000 kilometers का, you know, oil change interval, I do it here 5,000 is the max I do with one oil change, because simple logic है भाई, उनके पास रोड खुली है, वो लोग 10,000 किलोमीटर 6 महीने क्या 5 महीने 3 महीने में भी चला सकते. हमारे पास गाड़ी चलने से ज्यादा आइडलिंग में वक्त बिताती. And idling in traffic is literally the worst thing you can do to a bike engine. There's no airflow, it overheats, everything is working very hard. तो आप oil जल्दी change कर लिया करो. So always inspect everything on the bike. जितना हो सके आप डिटेल में जाओ, इन डेप्थ में जाओ और गाड़ी की कंप्लीट सर्विस करो. That is the first thing you should do when you get a bike.
Fantastic. Yeah, you're so right.
So apart from this, the service and everything, what are the best mods that you have done on your bike? So if you have to pick up, say, 1 or 2 mods, which will be the best mod that you have done? I'm pretty sure the speakers were something that a lot of people like on your Interceptor.
Yeah. The Interceptor, when I got it, it was an entirely different मेरा cruiser concept था. So initially I had a Boss audio system, but then I was not satisfied. कि भाई इसमें अपने को जरा और हाई ऑडियो फिडिलिटी होना है. So I read and हम काफी खतरनाक वाला जंप ले लिए, because nobody was making the kind of stuff that I wanted. So finally I found it by a brand called Kicker. So Kicker makes these marine wakeboard enclosures.
Yeah.
So $200 was a pair of enclosures. So total 4 enclosures. उसके अंदर अलग marine grade speakers and then a Kenwood amplifier. So I think अब तक का सबसे crazy modification, because म्यूजिक सिस्टम ऑन अ बाइक अभी इंडिया में जरा स्लोली कॉमन हो जा रहा है. हार्ली पे, इंडियन पे, ऑब्वियसली पीपल इफ दे सी अ बिग क्रूजर दे नो कि उस पे कुछ ना कुछ कारनामा रहने वाला है, बट नोबडी एक्सपेक्ट्स दैट फ्रॉम अ रॉयल एनफील्ड. दैट वाज द क्रेजीएस्ट पार्ट. एंड या द बाइक, आफ्टर रिसर्चिंग अ लॉट, गाड़ी, the reason the bike has such a huge battery is because the alternator output is really nice on the Enfield. I think they've thought about the aftermarket accessories which people will be putting and all.
Yes.
तो उस वजह से alternator output बहुत अच्छा है, because I used a system along with complete auxiliary lamps and everything on the ride to Goa. Not once did my bike, you know, feel कि वो self उठाते वक्त एकदम थोड़ा खांसती ना गाड़ी. That never happened.
Absolutely.
So the alternator output is really good. आप एकदम मतलब गाड़ी को शादी खाना बना लो, no problem. The electrical is going to support it as long as the wiring is done properly. Because I, more than the mechanical stuff, मेरे को electrical stuff का relays and all, fuses, how they work, how the wiring is to be done, that I am very good at. So The music system, I'd say, was the most craziest mod I had done on the
You
bike
know,
till date.
I am so happy to hear what you're saying, Zohair bhai, because while आप हमको हंसा भी रहे हैं, आप एक कुछ सीरियस बातें बीच में बोल रहे हैं. जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल यू said talked about wiring. It is such an important thing to do. And then you gave us insight about the alternator of the bike. And it was my observation as a layman कि यार इस पे लाइट लगा तो चलता है, कोई इशू नहीं है. So people are talking about कि अरे वो बल्ब का वॉटेज कम करो, या स्टार्ट करते वक्त बल्ब क्यों जल रहा है, उससे वो बैटरी पर असर पड़ता है. बट आई थिंक इट्स ऑल मिथ.
It's all a myth, because modern bikes, I think this bike throws around 188 watts at idle, which is more than enough. क्योंकि आपको इलेक्ट्रिकल पे लोड कुछ भी नहीं है भाई. सिंपल, अब लाइट्स भी आप पूरे एलईडी कर दिए. एलईडी डज नॉट कंज्यूम मच. अभी माय हेडलाइट आई चेंज्ड इट फ्रॉम दैट H4 यूनिट टू एन एलईडी दैट कंज्यूम्स रियली लेस करंट. एंड obviously उसके अलावा I had a Denali sound bomb, the one with the compressor, with 2 auxiliary lamps, then the LED headlamp, and then system full blast. और ऐसा नहीं है कि अपन सिस्टम हल्लू सुनते, एकदम मतलब दिल में से जा रहे तो जानवर भी नाचना आ रहे भाई. तो उस पे भी गाड़ी चली. तो the alternator output is really good. It's tried and tested. कहीं भी मेरे को वायरिंग, बट of course the main thing I would tell everybody is never cut into your bike's wiring. आप जो भी सर्किट बना रहे ना, आप रिले यूज करो. यूज अ गुड 4-pin रिले. और आप एक्सटर्नल सर्किटरी पे लोड, सिर्फ आप रिले को करंट देना आपका बाइक का सर्किट. एवरी वायर हैज टू बी पुल्ड स्ट्रेट फ्रॉम द बैटरी. अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल, वो लोग अरे भाई अर्थिंग शेसी में दे देंगे, वो हेडलाइट के वायर में से कट ले लेंगे. नेवर डू दैट. नेवर एवर डू दैट. Go the extra mile, because if anything goes wrong, end of the day it is a machine, it will go wrong. अरे इंसान से गलती होती है भाई, वो तो मशीन है, उन्हें कभी भी खराब हो सकती है. आप वो चांस नहीं लेना. अब आप कहीं जंगल में गए हुए, पट बोल के आपकी हेडलाइट बंद हो गई, then those 4 men will come in, the latest scene will be so you don't want that to happen.
No, very good inputs, very good inputs.
So Zohair bhai, after I want to know about the biking history, and I think all the people who are watching this would like to know the biking history that you have. It's a glorious history. I've been knowing you for the past 4 years. I've seen a lot of bikes that you have owned. So after CBR 250R, what all bikes you have owned and what all bikes you have experience with?
CBR 250 was my first bike, and obviously पहली गाड़ी बहुत attachment की थी. उसके बाद से I got the ER6N. Which is the second bike which I got from the showroom, and obviously that's how we met.
Exactly, yeah, that's how we met.
So I will tell my kid how I met your mama. आपके मामा जी से हमारी गाड़ी के थ्रू मुलाकात हुई. So Areeb से मेरी दोस्ती was during the time of the ER6N, because even Areeb had an ER6N.
Yeah.
Areeb, I think from 390 he upgraded to an ER6N.
Yeah.
In fact, that's what your Instagram handle also is, right?
Yes.
So ER6N.
ER6N has been a very special bike for me, because वो गाड़ी पे I decided कि I'll start sharing my knowledge with everybody. Because not just bikes in general, मेरा बचपन से ऐसा रहा. अपने को बचपन में खिलौने भी दिए तो अपन खोल के बढ़ जाते थे खेलने की जगह. वो कहीं को ऐसा कर रहा, क्यों ऐसा चल रहा, कि why is something working the way it is working? And trust me, I have gotten my share of beatings from my dad regarding that. कि भाई देखो कुछ भी अच्छी चीज लाके तो तू खोल लेता. Why do you do that? So ER6N, a really great bike, and that's where I started my motovlogging journey as well. And ER6N के बाद से I never got a bike from the showroom. After ER6N was back in 2014, and 2014 के बाद 2019 I got the Interceptor from the showroom. उस बीच में I always went for used bikes. So after the ER6N I got an FZ. No, CBR 650. 2016 model थी वो. I got it in 2017. And CBR 650 was somehow not that lucky for me. The 2 crashes I had in my life, both of them were on that bike, and in a span of 3 months. So वो एक ऐसा stage आ गया था life में कि I was just thinking कि भाई should I stop riding? एकदम I was completely demotivated. But it's a good thing. मैं सब बोलता हूँ कि भाई कितना भी अच्छा राइडर रहो, you should always know कि you're always learning. Valentino Rossi भी वही दिमाग का रहता कि भाई I'm always learning. The day he says कि I'm a master, I have learned everything, is the day he will take a fall, which is exactly what happened with me. So कभी भी confidence अच्छी चीज है, over confidence नहीं कर लेना. एक accident से it'll humble you down, it'll teach you a lot of things.
Yeah.
So 650F के बाद almost 4 months I didn't have any bike, and finally after a lot of psychological self तसल्ली देने के बाद I had an FZ1, Yamaha FZ1. The insane bike. I had a different sprocket on it. I changed Sammy का जो sprocket रहता है, one tooth was less because the FZ1 engine is pretty famous. Okay, it's a street bike but which handles like a super sports because the engine power is all the way in the upper end of the RPM spectrum. So I changed the gearing a little bit because I wanted to see. On the 650F I had a power commander and all, and that's where I learned about fuel mapping. On this bike I was like, चलो इस पे कुछ different करके देखेंगे, fuel map नहीं, gearing change करके देखेंगे. So that was a pretty insane bike. And after that, I had my second most favorite bike, the CB1000, Honda CB1000. Again, that was a very good bike, absolutely mental to ride. And in between the CB1000 and the FZ, I had the Diavel for a brief period, just 3 months.
Did you like Diavel?
See, a Diavel is like dating a supermodel, any Ducati for that matter. Everyone's jealous. Whenever you go to a ride, everyone's jealous. But आपको मालूम आपके दिल पे क्या गुजर रही है. So anyone who wants any Italian bike, bhai,
Heavy maintenance. And,
that's the best way I can sum it up.
Absolutely. Yeah.
The rear rim of the bike is $2,500.
My
So
God.
that should be enough for you to contemplate. Ke, bhai, do I really need a Ducati in my life?
My God. Seriously, $2,500.
I was just looking up के भाई spare parts का cost क्या रहता है. And I was like, अरे भाई, ये तो बहुत खतरनाक है. So that is obviously in the US. If in India something goes wrong, भाई, and Ducati पे things will go wrong.
Yeah.
Like the Italians say, it is art. It is an expression of emotion. The Japanese, they're like, भाई machine है, तुम बैठो, तुम कूटो, तुम सर्विस करो, चलती. Ducati is like, the bike communicates with you, the bike will teach you, you will feel more emotion. और emotion के साथ emotional trauma भी उतना ही चाहता.
Oh, that is a superb act. So after
CB1000 again.
Hmm.
CB1000.
Hmm.
CB1000, that was like a pocket rocket.
Yes.
It's an extremely light bike, 1000cc inline 4. It's a hood to ride. मतलब वो गाड़ी ऐसी थी कि मैं घर की गली में भी निकला तो वो अंदर से एक आवाज आती ना, जोहेर गिली मार. That was that kind of a bike.
Yeah.
It was a really fun bike. But then again, at that point, I was like, I want a super sport. वो भी experience करके देखना है. So after the CB1000, I went for an R1 cross plane, which again is one of my most favorite engine configurations. If people who are into bikes will know that the cross plane engine it's legendary. मतलब वो inline 4 और उसका एकदम mix. It's like biryani with खोरमा बोल लो भैया आप. All the non-veg lovers, आपको खोरमे का भी goodness है, chicken खोरमे का भी goodness है, और chicken biryani का भी goodness है. So amazing bike, but like I said, it's like a missile. That bike is like a missile. मतलब आप हाईवे पे है, आप बैठे हुए गाड़ी पे और आप सोचे कि मेरे को वहां जाना है, and just to flick of the wrist and you're there.
Yeah.
That's what I like about the bike. All the way from 2000 to 10,000, 15,000 उन्हें जाते ही जाती. And on that bike, I had a quick shifter. I had all lightweight parts. The previous owner who I got the bike from had also maintained it pretty well. तो उस पे lithium battery है, वो सब लगा के. Quick shifter again, I would like to mention कि quick shifter is the most silly fun you can have on a bike. मतलब on street riding it is not needed. मगर जो मजा आता ना quick shifter से, that is one mod I feel every super bike owner should have. You're just going and boom, 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 the way the gears shift. So I had that on the CB1000 and the R1 as well. R1 pe I did I came to Bangalore also. Amazing bike. And now during the R1 I got the Interceptor and the Goldwing. So R1 is gone now.
So
That
Zohar
is
bhai,
a
you're
glorious
growing
garage.
old. Zohar bhai, you're growing old, going into cruiser and all.
अरे नहीं 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 भाई, वो अब और थोड़े लोगों से ये चीज सुने बाद में फिर एक सुपर बाइक ले लूंगा कि भाई जोहेर भाई इज बैक.
मेरे को एक क्वेश्चन पूछ I wanted to ask you one question. When you are riding R1, people say it's a very difficult bike to ride. Is that true or is it just a myth?
I'll tell you simply, it's like a sword. It's a sword. अब it depends, अगर आपको गाजर काटना है तो आप चाकू इस्तेमाल करेंगे या तलवार.
Correct.
क्योंकि आप तलवार भी इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं. It's just a little bit more dramatic.
Correct.
So that's the thing with that bike. Because of I have ridden a Gixxer, I've ridden this new breed of bikes, the new R1 जो 2016 में updated वाली आई. And I'm not saying it because I've owned it, but the older bikes like the R1 or Fireblade तो नहीं छोड़ दो आप. Yamaha R1 is the only Japanese bike which feels like an Italian bike with the reliability of a Japanese bike. Of course, उसमें the main problem you face is the heating issue.
Yeah.
The bike heats up a lot, it shuts off when it's hot, but आपको उसको constantly maintain करते रहना पड़ता है. You have to listen. The engine, अगर आप थोड़ा भी engine oil कम रख के चला रहे, it will give you a lot of problem. A lot of people complain about the Yamaha's engines failing and seizing. तो वो उस वजह से है. It is not a difficult bike to ride. It is just a thrilling bike to ride. That's what I feel. And it's not something you just decide one day and buy. कि भाई मेरे को आज R1 लेना है, मैं R1 ले लूंगा. No, you need to have a lot of experience on bigger bikes before that.
Absolutely.
Only then I suggest you should go for that bike because it is absolutely mental. The one which I had, the 2011 model, it does not have traction control, it does not have ABS, but the braking is so good. Once you upgrade to steel braided lines and use sintered pads, rotopetal disc, my bike had a lot of mods. तो हर गाड़ी का वही रहता, आप लेके उसको अपने हिसाब से बनाओ. Instead of complaining, you improve it. And the kind of rider I was, because I always loved exploring the potential of the bike. कि इन्हें कहाँ तक जा सकती, इन्हें क्या क्या कर सकती. For someone with that kind of a mindset, it is an amazing bike. But for a new rider or a rider, say, who rides an S1000RR, he will not like the R1 because it is a difficult bike. आपको सर्विस बैकअप अच्छा नहीं है. भाई अरीब भाई S1000 बोले तो आप वो नको जाओ देखो. हमारे को Yamaha को सर्विस बैकअप नहीं है. That's the main thing, and that bike needs a good service backup. Me, because मैं खुद उसका मैं घर के ऊपर उसका इंजन खोल के उसका valve timing ये वो मैं खुद personally सेट करा था. तो वो सब में जरा complicated है गाड़ी, मगर it is the most fun you will have on any Japanese bike.
मतलब आपकी बात से I realize that Yamaha till today is losing so much of opportunity in this market. They could have brought so many good bikes. I hope they are listening and they bring in some more bikes.
They are listening, but their judgment is clouded by the sales of the R15 and the FZ. Yeah. They don't want to take a risk, is what I feel. Same with Honda. मतलब Honda का तो I have faced the kind of situation कि आप उनको Goldwing पूछने जाओ ना, आपको he'll convince you into thinking that Activa is better than Goldwing and you should book an Activa. Because obviously उसपे the commercial aspect of everything is very different. They won't sell as many of those. You look at Kawasaki. Kawasaki sells only premium bikes.
Yeah.
But if Kawasaki had also sold scooters and all in India, they would be singing a different tune.
Absolutely.
But I feel it's high time these manufacturers, they start, भाई आप चलो ठीक है, आप ब्रेड के साथ साथ थोड़ा केक भी दे दो हमको. कब तक ब्रेड खाएंगे हम?
Right, very true, Zohar bhai. लेकिन you have had a glorious garage, जिससे सुनने में लग रहा है आपने almost सारी बाइक आपके पास रही है. But if money was not a constraint, what would be your garage goals? What are the few bikes that will be in your garage no matter what?
See, my dream garage consists of different kinds of bikes because मेरे को जब कोई पूछते कि भाई आपकी फेवरेट गाड़ी कौन सी है, मेरे पास एक आंसर नहीं रहता. हर क्लास की गाड़ी का अलग मजा है.
Definitely, it can be 5 bikes or 10 bikes also.
I'm on my way to building my dream garage. So the most basic and daily use की गाड़ी मेरे पीछे ठहरी हुई है. I wanted a classic bike, the Interceptor 650. ठीक है. And उसके अलावा I want a big ass cruiser which is very comfortable. I have ridden a Harley. Goldwing लेने से पहले मेरा road glide का भी plan था. मगर हार्ली में इतने चीजें हैं कि आप अगर हार्ली चला रहे हैं, आप सिर्फ हार्ली चला सकते हैं। आप उतना इंडेप्थ चले जाते हैं, उसका कस्टमाइजेशन, उसका ये, उसका वो। तो गोल्डविंग इज मोर ऑफ लाइक अ रिलैक्स्ड एंड एकदम जापानीज है भाई, जापानीज बाइक्स दे आर स्ट्रेस फ्री। गोल्डविंग हो गई। एंड उसके अलावा my dream garage and also my next 2 bikes inshallah जब भी होगा ये, I want to have an H2 in my garage because
wow.
an H2 the H2 it's not a bike, it's an engineering marvel.
Yeah, absolutely.
Kawasaki telling us के भाई this is how it's done. They have created something like an icon जैसा Hayabusa है। अब आप आईफोन भी ले लो भाई, आप आईफोन को कितना भी खराब बोलो, लेकिन आईफोन है। It's the same with that bike. It might not be a track-oriented machine and all, but the feel it gives you, it's just amazing. H2 रहेंगी एक, and I want a slick street fighter. That would be the KTM 1290 Super Duke. Any day. An amazing bike. And finally, एक super sport रहेंगी जो अरीब भाई S1000. जिस दिन मेरे को दिल बोला कि भाई आज मेरे को बिना टेंशन के खाली सब डाल लेके इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स में बिंदास ट्रैक पे कूटूंगा गाड़ी, the S1000 RR. I'm not that much into ADV bikes because ADV I feel आप अभी उतना यूज नहीं कर सकते यहाँ पे। The way you अभी आप 10 लाख की गाड़ी लेके obviously you won't feel like ditching it in a mud, you know. कहीं आप गड्ढे में जाके आप मैं कूद जाऊंगा, वो दिल आपको नहीं मानता कितना भी करो। तो ADV बाइक का I'm not such a big fan of ADV bikes.
But even if you are given an option to pick up one ADV bike, which one? If there is an option that is given to you that you have to pick one ADV bike, which one would you pick from the market that we have right now?
R1200 GS.
Yeah, that's a good pick. It has been all around the world.
GS. वो एकदम, because honestly मेरे को feel से ज़्यादा, because ADV bikes have not ridden many, but the GS it looks amazing, and the Boxer engine, I had ridden it once. The Boxer engine is really एकदम अलग engine है वो.
Correct.
Feel अलग है उसकी.
So in fact, what I'm noticing,
Rakesh,
just saying what I'm noticing about Joel Bhai, he likes speed, he likes reliability, he likes to modify them. मतलब खोल के अंदर बाहर सब कुछ करते हैं ये, and he also understands some of the things that keeps your bike sane, and I think it's a great quality because he's a biker with heart and brains. I really appreciate Joel Bhai. It is very good input he's given me.
It's amazing to see, and it's amazing to see Zohair at his age. He is the youngest here, and the kind of knowledge that he has and the kind of exposure he has to bikes. I, for one, I think I'm 5 years elder to Zohair, or 4 years elder to Zohair.
Yeah.
I keep on asking, calling him and ask him about things that, okay, this is the thing that I want on my bike. Should I or should I not get it? So I believe that I hope that there are more motor vloggers like this in India.
Absolutely.
People like this in India who give out the right information that is required and not just, go the beaten path and promoting manufacturers just for their own sake.
And look at, on top of everything, I love your sense of humor, Zohair bhai. आप हंसा के, मैं कोशिश कर रहा हूँ कम हंसने की, यहाँ पे इंटरव्यू चल रहा है। Very nice, very nice.
काम कर देना भाई, तो इस काम सही होता।
Correct.
So Zohair भाई, लॉकडाउन के बाद आप कुछ प्लान बनाया आपने, कहीं जा रहे हैं? क्योंकि बहुत दिन से आपकी कोई वीडियो नहीं देखी लंबी राइड की।
देखो भाई, मैं तो पहले डिसीजन ये लिया लॉकडाउन होते कि मैं कोई होटल में जाके रह जाऊंगा 15 दिन, घर की सूरत में रहूंगा, परवाह नहीं, मैं बारबेक्यू करके बारबेक्यू खाऊंगा, नो प्रॉब्लम, मगर घर से निकलूंगा बिकॉज घर पे बैठ के। बट देन अगेन द रियलिटी इज, बिकॉज आई कम फ्रॉम अ फैमिली ऑफ डॉक्टर्स, दैट्स व्हाट माय डैड कीप्स टेलिंग मी कि भाई लॉकडाउन खत्म हो जा रहा, लेकिन वायरस उतना ओबीडिएंट नहीं है कि उसको मालूम कि आप लॉकडाउन खत्म कर दे रहे हो और उन्हें चले आने वाला तो नहीं है। So once the lockdown is lifted, it will take at least 2-3 months for us to get used to the new way of life. तो जब तक के लिए I suggest कि कोई भी कुछ भी, अब लॉकडाउन खुलते कि मेरे को गोवा जाना है, मेरे को बैंगलोर, obviously दिल बहुत बोलता है भाई कहीं भी जाने का, लेकिन the same thing is to stay in your own city and see के how everything is turning out to be, because you do not want to spread it to somebody, you do not want to get it yourself. आपसे ज्यादा आप आपके घर वालों की फिक्र करो, बिकॉज द एज्ड
बिल्कुल।
पीपल दे आर द वंस गेटिंग अफेक्टेड. आपकी इम्यूनिटी स्ट्रांग है, आप रिकवर कर लेते, मगर
I know.
जरा एहतियात ट्रैवल. आई थिंक 2020 के ट्रैवल प्लान्स, 2020 इज लाइक अ ग्लिच इन द मैट्रिक्स
Yeah.
ऑनेस्टली.
मतलब ये साल को राइट ऑफ कर देना चाहिए कैलेंडर के पास से.
बस
आप I'm very happy to hear what you're saying, Zohair bhai, because you come from a doctor family. The fact remains that we will all have to continue normally, but we will also have to be careful.
So, Zohair bhai, आपने you started your motovlogging career on the ER6M. What are the challenges as a motovlogger you faced in India?
देखो, सबसे बड़ा and I think the only challenge which I honestly faced is it's the basic problem with us Indians. We are very egoistic to accept कि we do not know something. मतलब अब आप है फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अब अरे भाई मैं और आपका एग्जाम्पल ले लेता हूँ. मैं कितना भी स्टंट राइड करता हूँ, मैं टूर करता हूँ, सब ठीक है, मगर मैं आज तक ट्रैक पे गाड़ी नहीं चलाया. I might have read about it. I might have read about the problems associated with track biking and all that. But Arif is somebody who's actually ridden on track. So
Yes.
if I have to take advice about something related to track riding, I accept that भाई मेरे को knowledge नहीं है. He is the right person for the job. Same way customization की कोई चीज रही, उन्होंने मेरे को पूछेंगे. ऐसा नहीं कि मैं बोलूंगा अरे नहीं भाई फलाना ढिमकाना मैं इधर पढ़ा वो सही है, आप गलत है. Because ground experience is very important. कोई भी चीज के बारे में no matter how much you read, because online भी the most of the biking stuff which you read on online forums and all, it is Western and these European forums. उनके conditions एकदम अलग रहते. तो आप as long as an Indian who has that experience, आप वो experience share कर रहे लोगों से, तो लोग वो चीज सुनना भी. The main problem I get is कुछ भी अपन share करते हैं ना, कोई उल्टी बात करता. There's always that one kid in class who's always objecting to everything, you know.
Yeah.
वो बहुत हुआ मेरे साथ. So slowly आपको ऐसा हो जाता है कि भाई इतनी knowledge मगर मैं share करके क्या करूं, बल्कि ऐसा वो attitude आने लगता. So I feel that is the biggest thing, you know, I faced. And not a lot of people want to go that much in depth. Bikes are still treated like a luxury here. Slowly it is becoming a way of life. But for a lot of people, I've met riders from all walks of life. But मैं ज़्यादा ऐसे लोगों से मिला जो भाई एक स्पोर्ट्स बाइक रहना, भाई कुछ भी हो एक स्पोर्ट्स बाइक रहना, you know, that kind of a mindset. तो उनको आप क्या in depth knowledge share करेंगे?
Yeah.
I think
So that is the biggest challenge.
What you're saying, Zohair bhai, is so true for most of the people who honestly want to give suggestion in the market and, you know, share their experiences. There are tons of keyboard warriors, and, you know, they just type whatever they feel like. They want to become your detractors because they think they know better. तो वो प्रॉब्लम है, वो हमारे इंडियन पॉलिटिक्स में भी है, हमारे इंडियन लाइफ में भी है, और यूट्यूब पे भी है. बट आई टेल यू,
अपन हर चीज ईगो पे ले लेते भाई, हर चीज इतना दिल पे लेने की जरूरत नहीं रहती भाई. आप लर्न टू बी चिल. कुछ भी प्रॉब्लम है बोलते हैं लेकिन उसमें ये फॉल्ट है, तुम्हारे उसमें ये तरीका है, ये है वो है. अब जोहेर अहमद अगर आपको सेफ स्टंटिंग के बारे में कुछ बोल रहे हैं तो आप ये मत बोल दो कि जोहेर अहमद रेकलेस चलाते. हमको मालूम है हम रेकलेस चलाते, मगर हम थोड़ा बहुत आपको एडवाइस देना चाह रहे हैं कि भाई आप ये सही तरीका है, आप ऐसा करो. बिल्कुल,
एब्सोल्युटली. इनफैक्ट ये बात हम, sorry,
बोलिए प्लीज.
The same thing we were discussing with Bolu Biker once, and he also has expressed the same thing, that people just write whatever they feel like क्योंकि उनको अच्छा नहीं लग रहा है for some reason. And I realize that I clearly appreciate कि आप लोग इतनी मेहनत से वीडियो बनाते हैं और चीजें समझाते हैं, तो वो कुछ चीजें आपको पता हो ना हो उसको appreciate करना बहुत जरूरी है. And this is how the vlogger world will grow and mature, and, you know,
main problem is अभी मोटो व्लॉगिंग को मैं कभी एक प्रोफेशन या करियर के जैसा देखा नहीं. मैं हमेशा से ये था मेरे को कि भाई I was young when I started vlogging. I was what 19-20, and जब मैं ये था कि भाई मेरे को बस एक्सपीरियंस लेना है, मेरे को मजा लेना है, मेरे को एंजॉय करना है. एंड आई एम वेरी ग्लैड आई डिड अ लॉट ऑफ स्पॉन्सर्ड राइड्स. कोई कंपनी भी मेरे को अप्रोच करती थी, मैं यही बोलता था कि भाई पैसे आप दो ना दो, गिव मी रेस्पेक्ट, कॉल मी फॉर योर राइड, गिव मी अ बाइक, let me do my thing. That is what I want to enjoy. कि भाई कल के दिन मैं अपने बच्चों को बोलता हूँ, अरे देखो बेटा, हम आपकी उम्र में ऐसा ऐसा करे, ऐसा ऐसा राइड करे. That's what I want. Because experience भाई, the more you travel, and क्या है, अभी इंडियन की तरफ से मेरे को अपॉर्चुनिटी मिली थी. It is not every day that you get an opportunity to ride such a big cruiser all the way from Delhi to Bombay, Bangalore. आपको पूरा GQ करने का, आप खुद से गाड़ी लेके वहां लिख जाके वो सब करने से अच्छा आप कंपनी से आपको कोई चीज आ रही, obviously आप मजे के लिए करो. But now it's become, चलो ठीक है, there are a lot of people who look at it as a profession, as a career choice. उसमें भी कोई गलत बात नहीं है, आप फुल टाइम लॉगिंग करो, लेकिन उसको टोटली कमर्शलाइज कर दे रहे. मतलब they are not biking because they love it. They are doing it because it is a good revenue source. And I feel that is wrong, because वहां पे कंटेंट की ओरिजिनलिटी खत्म हो जाती.
बिल्कुल.
इंसान कुछ भी डालने लगता. And there are these big I have never personally tied up with any MCN. ये जो मल्टी चैनल नेटवर्क्स आते हैं, इनके लंबे चौड़े एग्रीमेंट्स रहते हैं, and they boost your stuff. थोड़े लोगों का रहता है, आप कुछ भी वीडियो डालो, आप इमीडिएटली 100K 200K 300K व्यूज, बिकॉज इट्स ऑल अ गेम ऑफ नंबर्स एंड ऑफ द डे. अब हम लोग डालते कम लोगों को जाते, लेकिन मैं बोलता हूँ भाई कम लोग भी देख रहे तो क्वालिटी ऑडियंस है.
करेक्ट.
दैट्स व्हाट्स इंपॉर्टेंट टू मी. मेरे को मेरे सब्सक्राइबर्स 300, लॉट ऑफ पीपल आस्क मी दिस क्वेश्चन कि भाई कई जने 1 मिलियन हो गए, एक्सक्यूज मी, 2 मिलियन हो गए, 3 मिलियन हो गए, आप 280K 300K पे आप हाउ आर यू स्टिल देयर. बोलता हूँ भाई I never looked at it as a profession. मैं कभी नंबर की रेस में नहीं भागा. I'll be very honest, मैं आज तक कभी ये नहीं सोचा कि मेरे वीडियोस पे मैं डाला तो इतने व्यूज आ रहे, इतने कमेंट्स आ रहे, इतना वो और आना. I never looked at it in that way. बोलता हूँ अपन जो चीज अच्छी है, कॉमेडी है, in my videos also you'll see I don't put in that much effort in shooting. वो ऐसा स्क्रिप्ट रेडी करके, ऐसा बैकग्राउंड है कि ऐसा वो है कि, मैं बोलता हूँ कंटेंट अच्छा है तो पब्लिक कुछ भी देखती. खाना अच्छा है तो कोई भी होटल में खाती पब्लिक. खाना अच्छा नहीं है तो आप उनको 5 स्टार में भी दियो, मगर 5 स्टार की हाइप ज्यादा रहती. सो इट्स, आई फील समहाउ इट इज बिकमिंग लाइक बॉलीवुड ओनली. ये जो मोटो व्लॉगिंग का सीन है समहाउ बॉलीवुड के जैसा हो जा रहा. एंड आई एम श्योर स्लोली द नेक्स्ट थिंग वी नो इज यूट्यूब, बॉलीवुड, ये पूरा एक, इट विल बी लाइक अ मिक्स प्लेटफॉर्म फॉर एंटरटेनमेंट. एंड नाउ कम्स द प्रॉब्लम ऑफ टारगेट ऑडियंस. सिंपल सी चीज भाई, आप लोग इतने हार्डकोर बाइकर्स है, अपार्ट फ्रॉम बाइक एंड बाइकर के थ्रू आप जितने लोगों को पहचानते छोड़ दो, हाउ मेनी बाइकर्स डू यू नो? कम, वेरी फ्यू. हाउ मेनी पीपल यू नो हु लव टू लाफ ऑन जोक्स?
The number is quite high.
Quite high. तो टारगेट ऑडियंस भी कोई चीज है. बाइकिंग में आप कोई चीज उतना इन डेप्थ जाके आप शेयर कर रहे हैं, देयर आर वेरी फ्यू पीपल हु वुड लाइक टू वॉच इट. There are very few people who are actually into that thing. बाइकिंग में भी फिर उतना इन डेप्थ जाने वाले, अब कौन से आदमी को घर पे बैठ के खोल के वैल्व जॉब करना दिल बोलेगा क्या रे भाई? Nobody will randomly wake up and say
तो नहीं करेगा.
हाँ क्या भैया मैं आज अब घर पे अपनी गाड़ी का वैल्व ट्रेन खोलने वाला हूँ, नहीं. But comedy, तो a lot of people are moving to comedy lifestyle, और उसके अंदर थोड़ा बहुत खाली बाइक, मैं बाइक पे भी फिर लेता हूँ भाई बोल के. That's the trend I am noticing. Now I'm not gonna point fingers at anybody, but भाई आपको जब इतना अच्छा प्लेटफॉर्म मिला, जब आप इतने ज्यादा लोगों को रीच कर रहे, ठीक है, आपके नंबर्स इतने अच्छे हैं, तो आप कुछ अच्छी चीज डालो, कुछ इन्फॉर्मेटिव चीज भी डालो. आप खाली एंटरटेनमेंट के नाम पे आप कुछ भी कचरा पट्टी करेंगे, वो तो that is not, I don't think that's fair.
I so agree with you Zohair bhai, because बहुत लोगों ने जो vlogging शुरू किया शुरू में, they were seriously doing bikes, और धीरे धीरे वो लाइफस्टाइल में चले गए हैं. तो अब वो साबुन तेल उसका ऐड कर रहे हैं, and you know it is losing its touch. So in fact when we decided कि हम लोग 10 लोगों का इंटरव्यू करेंगे, हमने गिन के 10 लोगों को चुना. We were very clear we are going to connect with genuine bikers. We don't want lifestyle guys. And one of the reasons we are sitting with you is because आपसे, and I'm not disappointed at all, अगर आप शुरू से जो ये इंटरव्यू हमने आपके साथ किया है, जो आपने पॉइंट्स बताए हैं, they are so important, the knowledge that you've displayed, and that is what is making आपने कहा quality audience. It is so important to have that. I am not worried whether you have 1 million followers or 2 million followers. And And all the people whom we have interviewed have something very unique about them. And I think you're a very unique person. I have met you for the first time today, and I'm so fascinated. I would really like to, spend some time with you when I come and, whenever we meet.
बिल्कुल 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 बिल्कुल
कि आपकी
बिल्कुल
सेंस ऑफ
भैया.
ह्यूमर, आपकी नॉलेज और आपका एटीट्यूड तीनों इतना बढ़िया है. इट इज अमेजिंग. आई एम ट्रूली इम्प्रेस्ड बाय.
Exactly. So you have done so many rides. So आपको अगर कुछ pick up करना होगा, which is one of the most memorable rides that you have done? Whether you had any memorable or life-altering experience or something of a scary experience. So that would be like to share.
वही क्वाइट ऑनेस्टली हर राइड का एक अलग मजा रहा है. तो पॉइंटिंग आउट वन राइड इज,
Maybe if you prioritize or give them a number, which one will come on the number one?
आई थिंक, हाँ नहीं, आई थिंक वन ऑफ द मोर रीसेंट राइड्स व्हिच आई हैड डन, जो इंटरसेप्टर पे आई हैड अटेम्प्टेड टू गो टू बॉम्बे ड्यूरिंग मॉनसून, because some legend told me that bhai Lonavala is beautiful in monsoon, but they forgot to tell me that you may not live to see that beauty. They forgot to tell me that. So हम जब पहुंचे, and quite frankly that rain scared me, because see, I had heard a lot about Maharashtra rains, but I never experienced them.
Yeah.
अब यहाँ पे डाउन साउथ भी बारिश होती भाई, मगर यहाँ पे बारिश रुक जाती है at some point. यहाँ पे रुक रही नहीं. The moment I crossed into Maharashtra, Pune क्रॉस करते की बारिश, and I'm not saying बारिश as in droplet वाली बारिश. This was literally like somebody has turned on the shower.
Yeah.
So that was a really memorable ride, because बारिश में कई चीजें रहते जो, अब जैसा सबसे simple चीज, I got, even on a 4-lane highway, when you're going, there's a lot of places where water is locked in. तो सामने से जब कोई लॉरी आती, so that guy will splash all the water on you, so you are like taking a mini shower in dirt. वो कई बार हुआ. And above all that, once I reached Lonavala, because I had always seen Lonavala during summer times, all crowded and everything, I was just mesmerized कि भाई जो जगह इतनी crowded रहती है, अब इतनी green और एकदम ऐसा दिख रहा, forest reserve में आ गए. And on top of that, हमारी गाड़ी में वो system लगा हुआ था जब, so that music along with that barish, listening to old Shan, Mohammad Rafi, those classics on, that kind of a weather. So that was a very moving experience for me. What time pe I was slowly, I had started drifting away from YouTube videos. You'll not find the monsoon ride video also on YouTube. हल्लू हल्लू में को interest थोड़ा कम होने लगा था, तो वो time पे की ride थी वो. So it was a really amazing experience. उसके अलावा, this one time I had gone to Gokarna. Without realizing, I entered a forest reserve area after 8 o'clock in the night, because apparently there was a barricade which I did not see. And Gokarna पहुंचने के बाद हमको मालूम हुआ कि हम अभी जो राइड करके आए, that is 6 o'clock के बाद वो एरिया में घुसना is illegal. It's not allowed.
Oh, okay.
So, I just thought to myself कि भाई अल्लाह का शुक्र है अपन जिंदा है. Because I remember, for a stretch of almost 70 kilometers on a single state highway road, I had not seen a single car, bike, person, dhaba, nothing. So that was a very scary thing. This was back in 2016.
This is the first time you heard about Bike and Biker. आपने पहली बार कब सुना था, और अगर आपका कोई experience है Bike and Biker के साथ, तो would you like to share that?
I think आपके मुंह से ही सुना था मैं. Bangalore में I was there and I was just looking around के यहाँ पे जो सामान लेते, because most of my stuff I try to get it from US directly. तो यहाँ पे कोई अच्छे stores है क्या? I think you remember, आपको पूछा था मैं कि भाई आप सामान helmet से वो सब.
I think during the ER 610 days.
तो that's when you had mentioned. And Bike and Biker से अभी तक तो मेरा एक ही experience हुआ, and it was really nice. When I was in Bangalore, ये drag race के time पे,
yes.
during this recent drag race, मैं अपना visor लाना भूल गया था, the tinted visor, and I immediately needed that visor. So I tried everywhere, literally everywhere, okay? And Bike and Biker was the only place which had that specific visor for Bell in stock. So on the way back to Hyderabad, I had stopped there. I think Arjun Bhai was not there. जब वो time पे there was somebody else. I don't remember.
Yeah, I wasn't there. I think you had spoken with Srijit. And
Srijit, yeah.
And
Srijit
he
arranged
got
that.
that. He arranged the visor thing.
Because wo din there was some holiday or all the riders and everybody was at the track. There was something. वो दिन stores भी बराबरी से open नहीं थे. It was a Sunday or something. तो वो दिन आई रिमेम्बर के इमरजेंसी में आरिफ भाई आपको भी पूछा था, मैं आपको याद है कि नहीं कि भाई मेरे को वाइजर होना है. सो इमीडिएटली कोई वेयर हाउस से ले लेके आए थे, जाके विद इन हाफ एन आवर ही गॉट इट टू द स्टोर एंड आई टुक इट. एंड वो टाइम पे आई लुक्ड अ लिटिल बिट एट योर इन्वेंटरी आल्सो. काफी जबरदस्त सामान जमा हुआ है भाई. मतलब वो बाइकर को ही मालूम रहती वो फीलिंग कैसी रहती. यू नो व्हेन यू सी अ गर्ल वॉक्स इनटू अ कॉस्मेटिक स्टोर,
Oh
she's
yeah.
like, oh my god, हमारे पे भी वही गुजरती उससे, oh my god, because not a lot of places they sell genuine stuff here. वो एक problem है. इंडिया में I think आप लोग as importers and sellers of this stuff, कि there is a lot of fake stuff going around in the market, duplicate, चाहे वो exhaust रहने दो, visors रहने दो, and it's very difficult to figure out. भाई मैं इतना pro है कि मेरे को पहचानने में कभी आंखें धोखा खा जाते हैं. वो एक चीज रहती.
Zohar, it's been great talking to you. It was a pleasure talking to you. Just one last thing before we end this interview. Is there any message that you want to give to the upcoming riders or new riders or whoever are getting into motorcycling? Is there a message that you want to give them?
Motorcycling is a way of life. You treat it as a way of life. Every rider is different. So when there's, of course, it's good to be inspired by somebody, but don't try to be somebody. आपकी ओरिजिनलिटी आप में रहती. थोड़े लोग क्रूजर लाइफ के रहते, थोड़े लोग स्पोर्ट्स लाइफ के रहते, थोड़े लोग स्टंट लाइफ के रहते, थोड़े जने बस रिलैक्स्ड ऑफलाइन बिना कहीं कुछ पोस्ट करे राइड करना चाहते. डू व्हाट मेक्स यू हैप्पी, बिकॉज़ एंड ऑफ द डे राइडिंग इज अ थेरेप्यूटिकल एक्सपीरियंस. दैट्स व्हाट आई फील. तो मजा करो, एंजॉय करो, बिना किसी को तकलीफ दिए, बिना किसी को सताए, बिना ज्यादा तमाशा करे, but have fun and most importantly always know about your bike. जितना हो सके try to know about your bike. That's the two things I'll tell everybody.
Sure. That's actually a very good advice, Zohar. Thank you so much. It's been great talking to you.
Yeah. Zohar bhai, it's been a privilege, and I've met you for the first time, and I'm truly shocked at your maturity at this age, because you're the youngest amongst all four of us.
No, trust me, I have had my share of immature days. Trust me.
I think your views on motorcycling, your views on the way you should keep a motorcycle, or your views on in general as a vlogger, they're so correct, and I truly feel privileged that I have spoken to you. आप जब भी Bangalore आएंगे, please visit us, and it will be an honor to host you.
बिल्कुल भाई.
Thank you so much.
I'll be there.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Zohar.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Zohar bhai, for spending this time with us. It was really good.
Thank you, Zohar bhai. Thank you. Bye.
It's been an honor, bhai.
Same here.